Now to the last match on the second day of this 6 tickets to Paris tournament, the women's foil final between Melina Calugareanu of Romania and Carolina Stutchbury of Great Britain. And after 12 months of going through qualification, these are the two that just missed out on qualification by ranking in the European zone. So a fitting finale, and this will be an absolute stunner for sure.
Calugareanu. On their opponents from Great Britain, please welcome to Carolina Stutchbury.
So world number 32, Melina Calugareanu, will be on the left, fencing for Romania, up against the world number 33, Carolina Stutchbury from Great Britain. 18 years old Stutchbury, up against the more experienced 27-year-old Calugareanu, but I don't think age really is a factor in this one. This is a huge matchup between two athletes who have been in and around the mix for qualification for the 12-month period since it started in April last year. This is the match that all neutrals would have wanted to see in the final. Perhaps Polosiuk's in the mix as well, but Polosiuk went out to the comeback queen from Great Britain, Carolina Stutchbury, in the semi-finals. By far a more exhausting, both mentally and physical, match in the semi-finals for the Brit, but she's got the advantage of having a challenging fight. Calugareanu winning her match against Irem Karamete, who was hampered by a front knee injury. They're underway. Can't expect the fireworks that we just saw in the men's sabre final. These two will take their time, but it looks like Stutchbury's already thinking she needs to get out into the lead.
Good, come on. Regarde. Prête. Allez. Halt, attaque pareil, et poursuit. Regarde.
Well, we've seen Stutchbury go after a couple of attacks, not landing them, or not on valid target at least, and then scoring her first hit in defense mode.
Allez. Halt, contre-attaque, nouveau balade. Regarde. Allez. Halt, attaque, nouveau balade. Regarde.
We're already starting to feel a little bit nervous for Stutchbury. She's pinned in to her back line here by Calugareanu. And the coach is so keen for her not to use counterattacks as her go-to game plan. But when you're stuck on the back line, sometimes there is absolutely no option. She's got to work hard to push herself back into the middle of the piece. And that's exactly what she's doing right now. And able to land an attack just off target, but nice idea. Going to body, cutting over her opponent's attempted parry, just hitting on the shoulder, I think, on that occasion. Or the upper part of the arm, I should say. Trying that one again.
Prêt? Allez.
So Stutchbury got the parry in, had the right of way, but didn't land her riposte. And Calugareanu gets off the mark with a continuation of her attack.
Regarde. Prêt? Allez.
We're going for that little portion of target. Very tricky to hit the front shoulder of the left-hander. It's a small area of target, but success this time for Stutchbury. She keeps going for it, though. She needs to hide that one. It needs to be a surprise. She needs to change her line. Otherwise, Calugareanu is going to work out. She's just going for shoulder all the time, and then it's easy for her to defend it. In fact, it's easy for her to show it, to tease Stutchbury to finish there, and then block out with a para riposte. Similar pattern of the fight that Calugareanu had in her semi-final match, feeling her way into it.
Come on, come on, come on.
Parry riposte from Stutchbury. Perhaps we're seeing a little bit of unneeded rushing from Melina Calugareanu.
Nice, good job. Come on, go, go, go.
Dmitry Romankov, you heard there in the background here. There he is in the grey tracksuit. Here is coach for Carolina Stutchbury. A good first 3 minutes from her. A 4-1 lead. And Stutchbury looking to emulate Natalia Shepherd, who qualified through this zonal competition for London 2012, the last British women's foilist to make it to the Olympic Games. It's a different story down the other end, but we saw exactly this in the semi-final with Calugareanu. She found herself down against Iram Karamate, and the second period, she bossed. So Stutchbury needs to be wary of that. Calugareanu is down, but she's certainly not out.
Regarde. Prêt? Allez.
Second period of this vital match underway. Stutchbury of Great Britain on the right, taking on Calugareanu. The winner books a place at the Olympic Games.
Regarde.
Same, come on.
Allez. Altri possono. Regarde.
Second hit for Calugareanu, the same as the first. She actually didn't have the right of way. It was a continuation of the attack. So 2 errors of execution from Stutchbury have led to the 2 hits for Calugareanu. But in the meantime, she scored 6 of her own. So I think she'd take those chances.
Prêt? Allez. Alt, attaque, point. Regarde.
Stutchbury is putting herself in a very strong position here. Another couple from her unanswered. And she is in an incredibly good position. Misses the attack, perhaps just a little step, one step too far away starting that attack. And Calugareanu saw it coming, was able just to step in and counter. Well, Stutchbury making it clear there. She felt there were two phases or two ends to that attack from Calugareanu. I think this is a good use of the video here from the British fencer. She was very clear about saying she felt there were two and that she picked up the moment after the first failed attack. Eugene Chua from Singapore on the video. Khalid, the Egyptian referee, in consultation. Point stands. So, a chance for Calugareanu to build on a couple of unanswered hits. And a moment for Stutchbury not to get too panicky about giving away two. She's still got a very healthy 3-point lead here. Unsurprisingly, at this critical strategic moment, both fencers are not taking any risks. Who's going to be the first one to break? Stutchbury in control on the back line. You don't fear so much for her now when she's pinned back there in terms of the counter-attack, because she's seen that her circular cease riposte and a flick riposte, a beat cart riposte landing on the shoulder nicely. Calugareanu pressing. It gets a beat attack, so she was waiting for that moment. She's clocked that as an opportunity. They've lost the mask clip in the process. There's no question about that hit going to Calugareanu. That mask clip just to make sure that the bottom part of the bib of the mask is connected to the rest of the valid target. And pinned to the back line, Stutchbury turns defense into attack. Calugareanu doesn't want to go into the break, 4 hits down, but she's just got a couple of seconds left in this second period, and Stutchbury has won both periods of this match so far. We'll have another minute's break before the final 3 minutes to decide which of these two will be going to the Olympic Games. Particularly impressed by Stutchbury staying in control, being able to unleash a couple of attacks at the beginning of this period and then go back to her A game of defense. But really now we're seeing the parry riposte rather than the counteractions from her. She's becoming a much more accomplished fencer in terms of what she has in her toolbox. Calugareanu down the other end here. She has to dig deep and find her way back into this. Slow starting long attacks may be the way forward for her. She's got to lure Stutchbury. It's pinning her to the back line is not working. It hasn't worked so far for her overall. Critical 3 minutes in the careers of these two young athletes. Will it be Romania singing at the end of this one, or Great Britain?
Move, 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 move.
Halt. Engage. Engage. Prêt?
Referee just calling halt to ask the coach for Stutchbury not to shout out during the fencing. Wasn't particularly orthodox from Calugareanu, but it was effective, and perhaps a little glimpse of what she's thinking of here. Let the distance close up and then just dive in, even if it's on the counter-attack, and, well, hope for the best that Stutchbury doesn't hit. So pinned into the back line this time, and Stutchbury does go for the counter rather than the parry riposte. That will give Calugareanu some hope here. Referee's looking at the video here. They must feel that there's been some kind of infringement on the back line. We've seen Stutchbury being penalised for use of the back head to have struck the target. Not on this occasion, though. Picks up the blade, back to those parry ripostes that we know Stutchbury's good at. The score did get moved on, but we've had a video appeal from Calugareanu. Calugareanu feeling that she was the one that picked up the right of way with a beat. The referee's initial feeling was that that was a nice block out in the 6th line. Good call from Melina Calugareanu. She is back within 2 here. And this fight is far from over. 1:43 on the clock to go. Now we have a swing in the momentum. Just 1 point in it. Stutchbury's still leading, but she's got to change up her game now. She's got to go back into that more attacking approach that she used at the beginning of the second period. Looks like she has immediately switched to that as well. Perhaps 1 point too late, but better late than never. Calugareanu spotted the line that she's finishing in, so closing out the Seeks line, the sword arm side, to protect her back, which is open to your opponent, whether you're left or right-handed. If you're up against an opposite hand, it is easier to see their backs. Well, it was a monumental comeback from Stutchbury in the semi-finals against Elina Poloziuk. This time, it looks like she's on the end of a comeback from Melina Calugareanu. And the scores all level with 40 seconds left to go. Who on earth is going to take this one? Stutchbury going for the tactical shoelace retie. She did this to good effect in the semi-finals, and she's doing it here, this time electing to go for the right foot. Just in case the referee thought that this was a tactic, she's changed the foot that she's tying up. A little bit of a break and a reset for her. Breaks up the rhythm of your opponent, all within the rules, of course. Finally poised, but the momentum with the Romanian at the moment. Took her 2 periods to take control of the semi-final against Karamate before Karamate sadly was injured. It's really put an end to that fight. It's taken 3 periods, and most of them for Calugareanu to get herself into this match. But she's done so with a handful of seconds, over 30 left to go. Next hit. Oof, if either of them are brave enough to go for it, could decide who goes to the Olympic Games in Paris. Inside 15. Stutchbury looks like she's got one more attack left in her. Or is this all gamesmanship? They are going to back away, and we are going to decide the final European qualifier in women's foil through a sudden death minute. Right of way is decided by an electronic coin toss. And it looks like the priority has gone to Carolina Stutchbury. If no point is scored in the next minute, Stutchbury goes to Paris. If, however, one of them scores a valid touch, it'll be them that's going to Paris. Is Stutchbury brave enough to go out on the attack? It's not her A game. Calugareanu pressing, working off the blade, opening up the target, trying to find that moment and that distance to start an attack. .30 seconds gone of the minute. The stamping of the front foot, a distractor from Stutchbury. Calugareanu staying calm, waiting for the moment to land. Now the attack is blocked out by Calugareanu. She have found the blade for me. The referee will go and look at the video here to confirm this, but it looked to me, after being behind for such a long time, it's a nice octave beat to finish for Melina Calugareanu. And confirmation that the Romanian has booked her ticket to Paris 2024. What a comeback from her in that gold medal match. But the singing will happen on the streets of Bucharest tonight as Melina Calugareanu makes it to the Olympic Games. Well, what a day it's been for that household. You see Julian Teodosiu, who made it through to the men's sabre final, and he is partners with Melina Calugareanu, where Teodosiu couldn't convert, losing out to Eldirim. Melina Calugareanu has made it through. A bittersweet moment for Teodosiu, but Romania have booked a ticket to the women's foil here in Luxembourg. Heartbreak for Karolina Stutchbury. She won the first and second periods, but in the end, the experience of Calugareanu saw her over the line in a sudden death minute. The all-important photo. And now all that remains is for the European Fencing Confederation to hand out the certificates to the winners. Melina Calugareanu winning the women's foil, and Enver Ildirim from Turkey winning the men's sabre. They'll get certificates from the European Confederation in this special zonal qualifier, and then this beautifully named 6 tickets to Paris tournament also presents the tickets, in inverted commas, to the Paris Olympic Games. Thrilling sporting moments here in Luxembourg. Proud hosts of this Olympic qualifier, the last chance saloon for the